Here are 7 signs your brain does this. Sign number 1. You catch your own thoughts. Here's something most people never realize. Most people believe their thoughts instantly. You don't. A thought shows up and instead of reacting, you pause. You question it. Why did I think that? Is that even true? This is called cognitive monitoring. Your brain isn't just thinking, it's watching itself think. That tiny pause, that's the difference between reacting and choosing. And most people never develop it. Sign number 2. You replay situations to understand them. You go back to conversations, not to torture yourself, but to understand. You break things down. What happened, what you missed, what it actually meant. Psychologists call this reflective processing. Here's the part people don't talk about. While others move on quickly, you extract patterns. And patterns are what turn experience into intelligence. Sign number 3. You notice how your emotions change your thinking. When you're stressed, you don't just feel it. You notice how it distorts your thoughts. This isn't clear thinking. This feels emotional, not logical. That's metacognition working in real time. Research shows the prefrontal cortex becomes more active when people reflect on their own mental state. Meaning, you're not just feeling emotions, you're analyzing how they're shaping your decisions. That's a level most people don't reach. Sign number 4. You question your own beliefs. Most people protect their beliefs. You investigate yours, even the ones you've had for years. You ask, is this actually true, or did I just absorb it somewhere? This is called cognitive flexibility. And here's the interesting part. The more someone can question their own thinking, the less controlled they are by it. You're not trying to win arguments. You're trying to understand reality. Sign number 5. You think about how you learn. This is where it gets different. Most people focus on what they learn. The rare ones do something else entirely. You think about how you learn. While reading, watching, or studying, you notice, am I actually understanding this or just consuming it? This is called metacognitive learning. And studies show people who do this learn faster, remember more, make better decisions. You don't just take in information, you adjust your approach while learning. That's a completely different level of thinking. If you've recognized yourself in a few of these, the last 2 are where it all connects. Because this isn't just about thinking, it's about control. Sign number 6. You notice patterns in your own behavior. You don't just see what you do, you see the pattern behind it. You recognize things like why you procrastinate, what triggers your mood, what situations drain you. Psychology calls this self-regulation awareness. Most people repeat patterns without noticing. You see the loop, and once you see a pattern clearly, it becomes much harder for it to control you. Sign number 7. You can step back from your thoughts. This is the biggest one. You understand something simple but powerful. You are not your thoughts. A negative thought appears, and instead of becoming it, you observe it. Psychology calls this cognitive diffusion. It's used in therapies like ACT to help people separate from their thinking. Most people get pulled into every thought. You can step outside it, and that changes how you respond to everything. Metacognition isn't loud. It doesn't show off. It happens in small moments, when you pause, when you reflect, when you question your own mind. And people who develop this ability don't just think more, they think clearer because they're not controlled by every thought they have. They understand it, they shape it, and over time, that changes how they live. If this made you notice your own thinking differently, subscribe. Because once you start understanding your mind, you don't go back to thinking the same way again.